How's it going, everyone? It's Justin with MyManJustin's Collectible Emporium, and I'm your man for Pokemon cards, card analysis, and Pokemon investment consulting. Today, I just wanted to update y'all, and for all of you that have subscribed and are following my channel, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Just wanted to let everyone know that I have officially quit my job, and I'm really excited about that because now I'll be able to put much more time into creating YouTube content, negotiating deals for cards, just simply more time to just put everything into this business that I'm creating and this channel. So with that being said, I'll have much more time to create more content, to spend a little more time doing research, thinking up things that I hope will be valuable for you all that are collecting and or investing in Pokemon products. And so my plan will essentially be to I'm going to go out and travel around for the first couple weeks. This will be starting in a few weeks once my lease is finally up at the near the end of this month. I will head north, uh, uh, northern to California area, and I will go on different platforms to check out different Pokemon collections or cards that are being sold by private sellers in the area, and I'll just be constantly kind of checking up on that and seeing what I can do as far as getting some new collections to show you all and talk about, and also put up for sale on my eBay store. Once I get to the northern tip of California or the southern Oregon border, I will head eastward to Idaho, and I will be checking out Idaho also as a place to stay, to kind of have a home base. But depending on how that works out, I might head back down southward again toward Arizona. So I'll take you all on this journey. It should be really fun. I'm really excited about it. And then when I get to Arizona, I'll also check that place out as somewhere to set up as well. And once I get set up, I will use that as kind of a home base, and I plan to, for 1 week out of every month, to travel to a new city and see what I can find there as far as collections and deals, and just to talk to other collectors about their collections, what got them into it, what got them back into it, and just their overall experience in collecting Pokemon cards. And I also wanted to let you know that I sent in some cards to PSA recently and I got them back, so I'm excited about that. They will be going up for auction this week. Since they came on Monday, I usually like to do my auctions 7 days from Sunday to Sunday. Sunday in the evening is statistically the day that you can get the highest price for your cards, because there's the most amount of people that are free to surf eBay and spend their time to make sure that they don't miss the listing. So that's just another thing to think about when you're selling cards, is the time and the amount of time and style of listing that you will be putting up. So for this week, I have a Shining Mewtwo, Neo Destiny. I've talked about this set in the past. It's a great set. It's a Hallmark set. It is the last set with the original Wizards of the Coast style artwork, with the yellow border, the box in the bottom, and the kind of artwork that we're all familiar with. It's also the first set to showcase this new Shining Pokemon with the special artwork. New Revelation also had the Shining Pokemon with the Gyarados and Magikarp, but they didn't have this special holograph pattern on the Pokemon, which looks really nice. It's also the last set to have the first edition stamp, which one of these cards has, and it is the first and only set to have light Pokemon. So Hallmark set, it's one of the most sought after sets behind base set. It might be the most, although Skyridge is definitely going to be up there too as the last Wizards of the Coast set. So yeah, this will be up. It got a 7, a near mint. I was hoping it would get an 8, but I think PSA is being a little more scrupulous about their grading, which is a good thing because it actually helps the value of higher grade cards. I will also say I only sent in 6 cards to PSA, but they got back to me lightning fast. I mean, I had my cards back in probably less than 3 weeks. So that's super fast, especially with all their notices up now saying that orders are taking a little longer. So just to let you all know that these smaller orders actually can go through pretty quickly. This card, this Gold Star Gyarados, will be up as well. And just to note, these higher end, more rare cards, graded, these are definitely the kind of cards that investors are buying, or just really specialty collectors that have the money to just simply afford to collect these cards. But these are the kind of cards that are great to have graded. It stabilizes their value. It takes away any of the cognitive dissonance of the buyers of what condition it's really in. It reduces things like buyer's remorse because they know exactly what they're getting. It's certified authentic, so there's some really helpful things about the PSA process. And it's a really nice card. EX series, Gold Stars. At one time, these were, just months ago, probably a quarter of the cost. And once the collectors kind of really found out about them, which is kind of what I was hinting toward in the last video about those secret rare shiny cards from Black and White, they're a little further in the era, but I think they're going to have a similar thing happen to them where they're just not as realized yet, they're not as known, and once they become known, they will start increasing its price because they're similar to the Gold Stars. I mean, they're shiny just like the Gold Stars. They're a special subset. They're secret rare, and they have a special artwork pattern. So here we have the shiny Gold Star Mewtwo, also a PSA 8, which will be up this week. And I also note both of this Gold Star Gyarados and this Gold Star Mewtwo I bought raw on eBay. And every once in a while I do that, and I did pay a premium because they were advertised as mint, near mint, and I decided to try to see if I could buy it and get a high grade for it, at least a 9 or a 10. It didn't work out. Sometimes that's part of the game. That's part of investing. You don't always win, and you don't always get the most desirable results. So with these, honestly, I'll probably just get my money back, but that's okay because someone else that needs this card graded in their collection will have it. I got to own it and appreciate it and check it out and got to hold it in my hand, and I enjoy that truly. So still a good deal for me as far as I'm concerned, and I get to show all of you, so it allows me to create good content and show you all some really nice cards. This will also be up. It's the Shining Noctowl First Edition. Like I was saying, this is the last Wizards of the Coast set that had a First Edition stamp. The next set, Expedition and Aquapolis and Skyridge, no longer had the First Edition stamps, and they started doing the reverse holo pattern on all the cards where this area was in a holofoil. So here, this is also a PSA 8. And this is just a super hot set right now. And there's still, there's a lot of collectors that actually just only collect Wizards of the Coast. They're comfortable there. It has the most amount of nostalgia. They recognize the Pokemon in those sets, and that's where they stick around. So it's always good to invest here. Here is the Shining Charizard. This is an awesome card. It is my top 3 favorite Charizard artworks, being the base set Charizard, of course, the Gold Star Charizard, and the Shining Charizard. Although the Fire Red and Leaf Green Charizard I just showed in my last binder, this most recent binder in the last video, is certainly growing on me. I'm coming to really like that one. So here, also a PSA 8. I was really hoping this one would be a 9. There's a pretty big price difference between the 9 and the 8, and especially the 10. The 10 is worth maybe 5 or 6 times more than the 9. That's usually what happens with the PSA 10 grades, is that there's a major premium, especially with Neo Destiny having the issue with wear on the border from the cuts. But as you can see, there's almost no wear on the back. It's a little off-centered, but it was a rough grade, I think. I think this card still, could have got a 9, but, PSA has the last word on that. That's how it goes. But just totally awesome card. This card won't be listed this week. I'm still going to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Same thing with this card, the Gold Star Charizard. And again, like I said, this is my top 3 favorite artworks. It's you got the shiny Charizard, not the shining, the shiny, which is the black Charizard, which I think is totally awesome. And there's not many of these type of Charizard artworks out there, especially in this. The Gold Star Charizard has a really like a matte black, which I think looks best, and they did a great job with the artwork. I think it's phenomenal artwork on this one. This one only got a PSA 4. I knew it was going to get a lower grade. I was hoping for a 5 because there's just this tiny crease. I mean, you probably won't even be able to see it because it's so small. But as you can see the back, there's just some tiny bit of wear. It looks great. So this is going to be definitely a great buy for someone if I do sell it, because I'm not going to... This is something I might keep in my own collection. I just love this card. But even this card in a lower grade like this, since it still just looks great and you can't even really see the creasing, it's like right there. It's tiny. It's still a great card to have in a slab. It might have even been better because what you can do with PSA as well is just have them certify it and not grade it. Sometimes that's good to do with like the base set Charizard if it's going to be less than PSA 4. So I think the PSA 4 grade is fine on this though. It's still a great card. I also picked up a couple graded cards from the last collection. This is a BGS. I've never used BGS, although I am certainly open to it because the option to get the pristine grade is really nice. I think that's a cool differential between BGS and PSA, that you can get the BGS 10 pristine. So if I had a card that I thought really had a chance of getting the pristine grade, I would like to try out BGS, but thus far I haven't had that kind of... I just haven't really thought I had a card that was really a strong contender for BGS 10. And then I also got this Level X Gliscor. PSA 9. It's a mint. And I was a little disappointed because this card had... It's hard to see, but this card had like more noticeable wear on the back than some of my PSA 8s. But like I said, I mean, that just speaks to the fact that PSA has just been grading a little harder because they don't want to inflate the market with higher grade cards. And honestly, that's fine with me, because that actually helps out the buyers in the end, because then when you get a PSA 10, you really have a true PSA 10. It's a kind of a one-of-a-kind type of card, even the 9 mints. And so overall, it's a good thing. It makes it up the ante for us as well, because if we really think, really want to get the strong grades, we need to come with the heat when we're sending cards in. So this one I'll list as well. I might list it as a buy now. I don't know if I'll list it as an auction style. I gotta check it out. Check out the prices first and see what's happening with it. So yeah, there it is. There's the update for today. Expect more videos to be posted in the future. New, different kinds of content about consulting, about selling, about different ways to sell, about more collections I'll be buying. And for the journey, once I finally leave my apartment and head out and start searching the US for Pokemon collections and meeting people, hopefully meet great people, be able to do some interviews, and it should be really fun. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Thanks.